Injuries in sports. Well, they go hand in hand. Injuries are one of the most excruciating parts of the game. Over the years, we have seen tons of players making a huge impact as soon as they arrive at the scene, rise to glory. The world starts to talk about them. With each game, their stardom keeps getting stronger. They are well on their way to become the next big thing. However, since everyone's not fortunate enough, perhaps they become the victim of the devil's curse. Just one, people. Just one unforeseen injury, and that's it for them. All the hype, all the buzz, everything turns to dust. Pretty sure a lot of names popped in your head right there. Well, I got a list of names too, and I'll get straight to it. But before we start, I want you to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss any of our content. Welcome to Goal Side. Injuries could be petrifying for a player. They put the careers on a halt, and it's not just the physical damage that one has to recover from, it's also the mental trauma that a player has to overcome. Injuries are such a curse. They have literally ruined promising careers. Michael Owen. Michael Owen, the hottest prospect, the golden boy of British football until Wayne Rooney showed up. Owen burst into the international scene after that mind-boggling goal against Argentina in the 1998 World Cup. It was that goal that brought him to the limelight, and since then he proved to be one of the few world-class players in England. Owen was a treat to watch. His amazing run in the 1998 and 2002 World Cups and brilliant stats in Liverpool got the striker's dream move to Real Madrid. The world seemed to be at his feet, but the aftermath of multiple injuries that he endured in England started to play their roles, which is why he struggled to find form in Real Madrid, scoring only 16 goals in 45 games. He moved back to England after playing only one season of La Liga. He played for several clubs, Newcastle United, Manchester United, Stoke City, but wherever he went, injuries restricted him from being amongst the top players. He seemed to spend more time on the injury table and his horses than scoring goals. He even once said that he hated playing football late in his career because injuries left him petrified. He also mentioned that injuries forced him to change his game, starting from when he tore his hamstring at the age of 19. Jesse Rodriguez. Jesse created a huge buzz around the Bernabeu when he debuted for Real Madrid back in 2012. Just 19 years old, and there were talks of him to potentially grow into a superstar they were looking for. He wasn't quite the same mold as Raul, favoring a more withdrawn position on the wing to the legendary center forward, but there were hopes for Jesse that he could reproduce Raul's glory. Just after Jose Mourinho's departure in 2013, Jesse started showing signs of him being an integral part of playing 11. Under Carlo Ancelotti, he made his presence felt by scoring a whopping 8 goals in 31 matches in the 2013-14 season. Things were going in his way, and he kept on making a real impression, but then everything changed overnight. It was a league match against Schalke where he suffered a season-ending injury, a serious knee ligament injury that he has yet to fully recover from. Although Jesse has been quite optimistic about his career-threatening injury and categorizes it as an event that made him a more mature player, he never won his place back in the Madrid side. He then failed to deliver himself at Paris Saint-Germain following a $25 million move to Parc des Princes. 6 months later, he moved back to his hometown club, Las Palmas, on a loan for the remainder of the season, but that's where his fortunes took a slight rise. But, well, it seems impossible for him to become a player that he once was considered to be. Well, at least he's still playing for Sporting CP. Although a bad turn of events, but still he's on the field doing what he's passionate about. Wait till I tell you guys about someone who was deemed to become a star, but then actually gave up playing football and tried his luck with something else. I almost teared up telling you guys that. Michael Johnson. I still feel bad for this guy. What a start he had to his career. Just 18 years old, and he was considered the next big star of England. Johnson was regarded as the jewel and the crown of Manchester City's pre-Abu Dhabi youth setup back in 2008. He was in fact called the next Steven Gerrard for Manchester City. Had fate been kinder to him, he could have been amongst the top Premier League players to say the least. But a succession of injuries, hamstring, double hernia, knee injury hampered the midfielder's progress and coincided with a battle against depression. His contract was canceled by City in late 2012, with Johnson just 24. He now runs an estate agent business in his hometown. From being on the road to becoming a mega football star to dealing with properties, Michael Johnson has surely been one of the most unfortunate players to step foot in this game. Well, the list goes on, and the fact is, the numbers will probably keep on increasing.